There we go. Hey, hola. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Hey y'all.
Hi.
Hey, I got emails. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think some people are traveling and somebody wasn't feeling good. I think when we um mm, I saw what did I see? Oh no, I didn't see. I thought who's that? Somebody was here. Lanada? I think it's Lanada. I think, oh, she said that her niece, I think, is turning one. It's like, oh my
Oh.
God. Oh, so cute. Okay, cool. So let's hop on in. Just in case, it's maybe about four of you guys that I know that aren't coming on, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anybody else. What happened?
Kiki. The reason why is because it's February. Usually my schedule is like very flexible, so like I can usually hop on something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
married
Oh, yeah.
and my honeymoon is in June. They might not care about that, but like if it was like if I got like an event for a ticket or like a concert or just something, whatever, like I would just throw it out. Get a refund. If I don't get it, I would just lose the couple hundred, whatever. Like I don't care. But I can't lay off a couple of thousand for a wedding. I'm
No.
going to Greece. I'm going.
Yeah.
If it was like something that they were like, oh, it's just a month or two like that. Like I can do it up until May, but once May hits, I am completely out and I don't have any control
Yeah.
in terms of how long the months are like
Yeah.
closed off for long-term things. So
Yeah.
it's kind of tough, but I'll be able to do everything else. It's just the timing. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
I'm getting
fine. That's
married. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. Some things I think you are, it's understandable. Jasmine Escobar, she's had to turn down a lot of stuff because she's getting married and yeah, that's life. That's
Yeah.
nothing
But
wrong
then
with that.
afterwards, like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all some of that stuff is like Artrell, same thing. Like his wife is about to have a baby. She's like, yeah, I can't really go nowhere. So it's totally understandable. You still are life is life and still outside of the industry.
Exactly.
Much to what people think.
My
Hey.
phone. Oh, am I on mute? Oh, my flight got delayed, so
Oh
I
good.
can mute. Yeah.
Oh perfect. Yeah, I just telling them you hear about you said your niece turning one.
Yes.
That's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, so we're just going through our the homework assignment. India was just saying she couldn't do it only because she's getting married in May. And of course, like, yeah, you can't, that's not even up for, it's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's good.
Yeah,
And
we getting married, we going on that honeymoon. I'll talk when I get back.
absolutely on D&D, guys. Yes. Okay. Anybody else want to share?
Well, I don't know who has gone yet,
Just
or
India.
oh, okay. Well then, I did the example of Tobin Wigway's going on tour, and he's a rapper. Oh, thanks, girl. I'm trying. I use the turmeric soap. I'm really trying to do more water.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, I appreciate that because I've really been working on that. So he is a rapper, hip hop artist, and he is hip hop, but also low key kind of gospel. Like a lot of his content, what he raps about, and I just really love his aesthetic, his how he is, his camp, everything about them. And then the dancers that they use is really a Black contemporary dance company based in Houston, known as the Black Angels Collective. And so they actually did have a virtual audition last week. And so I did submit for it. And I've been waiting to like, I've been wanting to work with them. So the last audition I found out like the day after that happened last year, and I was so sad. So I was like, dang, hopefully they have auditions again. And
Mm.
so when I saw it, I was like, great. So I guess I'm technically waiting to hear a response or whatever decision is made. But that's what the example I use since I really just submitted myself for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be great. I do like that artist. I like how they dance on that tour, whatever he does projects, if you've seen his stuff. And so I said that, yes, I am ready in the sense of I've been training in that style for a long time and still continuously. Um, Last year, for the past year, I've really been taking more seriously with my health and wellness. And I feel the difference physically in my body, but also mental fortitude. Um, and so I feel like I'm in a different space than when I was maybe definitely last year or the year before when a tour opportunity came my way and I just wasn't as prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I technically, yes, have a conflict, but it would be like not really bad. So I am doing a local musical. And so Keek, I meant to say about that because I just found out about it.
Yeah.
But we have understudies in the production.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been vocal with them about how I do other work.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that if I did, then there's already somebody there.
Yep.
Sayonara.
Yeah.
I'd be out of there if I did, But then I'm also like, so I know that that would be an option if I did get the call. So that's why when they asked if we had conflicts on the application, I said not applicable. I was like, I'll figure out a way. If y'all call me, I would figure out a way. But that is good because they do have in-house understudy, so that's helpful. Um, so yes, that was my example, and I would just be so excited. If it works out, I'd be happy. If it doesn't, I'll still be grateful because I know I sent my stuff to them, and then I'll just send my stuff to them again. I don't know, some way, somehow, if not for this tour, another project.
Amen.
Definitely been feeling more emboldened in my spirit over the past like 3 months. So I do think it's a reason. I literally wrote him down on my vision sheet, like when we had our other call at the top of the year, and he was on there, and I mentioned his name. So when I saw the virtual submission, I said, I
Come
can't let
on.
that pass by. And I already
Oh.
then spoke this man's name up and have talked about it and thought about it. So I'm
Yeah.
hopeful for that. But either way, if not, maybe another time. But that's mine.
Mm-mm. Feel that one in the spirit. I don't know. Yeah, that's what's up. Absolutely. Not coincidence at all. That's dope. Okay, next, anybody want to share your situations? Are you going on tour or not?
I just want to say I'm behind on the homework. So what was the last?
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
missed
So
that.
you got booked for you just finished Super Bowl, but you got booked for Kendrick Lamar's tour. And based on right where you are now in your circumstances, situations, scenarios, can you go on tour for the next 3 months? And where are you going? What that look like? You know, all that.
Okay. I'll report back.
Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, you want to go, Dominique?
All right, there you go. I was having a hard time getting off mute. So, I initially I didn't I said no tour, but after our discussion, I have revisited that and said I owe myself one. I said Tyler. I love her Y2K aesthetic. When I look at her dancers, I know where I am as a dancer and I know where I've been. So still actively training to get to where I was and better just understanding my body and movement again. But there's nothing that I've seen that I feel like I could definitely capture what she captures in a show. I love her vibe. Even though it's like pop hip hoppy. It's the, I love the cultural aesthetic that she brings to it. Also, PMJ, Pastor Mike. So he has this like whole hip hop, R&B, gospel type situation as well. Starting in COVID, we started watching him, and so I've definitely been a huge supporter. And I was like, I definitely could see myself like being a part of one of his productions or choreographing something for him. So those are mine. In terms of tour, I don't think I could go on like a, never say never, but 40, 50 city tour based on my job, and I have a daughter. I'll never say never. So if I can move the pieces in place, bye y'all. Catch me on the FaceTime.
Yeah.
I see y'all when I fly y'all, or I'll fly back when I need to. But especially looking at Tyla's upcoming schedule, she's doing a lot of festivals. And so even though that would be rehearsal time, it's like, she has the governor's ball coming up. And then, 2 months later, there's another festival, and a month later. So it'll be time to not certainly rest, because you're constantly rehearsing, making sure your stamina is up. And maybe they may slightly change the, set list or whatever, and you want to do a completely different show. So I definitely prepare for that, but it'll give me a window of time, and I can really see it is a variation of a tour.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can see if this is something that I'm really committed to, like, okay, just to have one under my belt, but is it something I would do again?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like it. I like it. Yeah, you like, let me revisit this one more time. I owe it to myself. Absolutely. Yeah, we're not about to turn down if we can do it. If it's optional, you know what I'm saying? If it works out, we're gonna try to make it work. And the thing is, y'all, there's not one person that has ever booked a tour and it has been like bliss, or like the perfect time. Like there was no conflict, there was nothing that, there was no type of like friction or like something that does not exist. So it's okay for y'all to feel like, oh my God, like, that feeling. And even the biggest tour that you like, oh my God, I booked it. There's still about to be something. So, even as a dancer, choreographer, like everybody always is something there. So just kind of be open to that and receiving that, whatever that conflict or, like it just does not exist. There is no such thing as I am perfect right where I am to receive everything and it's going to be great. I ain't gonna have to worry about no conflicts or no, it does not exist. It does not exist. I have started a tour rehearsal and had to pull out of it because of a situation that had come up, and I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? How do I just like, so for to the best to see her. Oh my God. I mean, if you follow her, you see her tell a story. She was quadruple booked, trying to do multiple artists, the same show. Like, it's a lot. So even as you go up the ladder, it doesn't get easier at all. Working on jobs, not even dancing. You trying to be in 2, 3 places at the same time. It's just like it's gonna be something. So welcome. And if you're experiencing that, that's good. I know it sounds bad, but like it's actually a good thing. It's a good problem to be, having or going through and working through. Because that's all really what it's about. I'm gonna work through this and figure it out, solve it, what I'm saying, master it, whatever. But I'm not about to just not attempt or not try or like play it safe and never get to the point where I am trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. That's the name of the game right there. Everybody's trying to figure out how they're gonna make it happen. I got this appointment, how I'm gonna be late, or I got this other gig, or I got this show, or I got this. I'm flying in. I'm gonna be like, oh, everybody just be trying to figure that shit out. Always, always. So you're not alone in any of that. Just know. Okay, go ahead, Keontae. The
Hello,
key.
can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hey, okay. So let's say who the tour. Of course, if I book a tour, I'm going on the tour. I think I think that of course I can do more physically, but like I'm like trying to be in the gym more, get my arms up and all that stuff. You know, we're just talking about the trick. So I want to get my arm strength up and stuff for that. So I can get ready to be able to do more tricks. But who am I gonna go on a tour with right now? My artist in mind for me is Big X the Plug. He's like a hot rapper right now, and I just want to like go on tour with him because like I listen to him, and I know when you were like to be specific about who you want to go on tour with. I want to, of course, I have Usher, Justin Timberlake, like those people I want to experience, but like people that I listen to right now, Glorilla, Big X the Plug. So I would say Big X the Plug. He has a tour coming up. His first tour date is March, and just like what's her name? Dominique said, like his is not. This next one is not like so many dates back to back to back. It seems like it has like some spots in between. So that will be pretty cool. I guess as like a first starter tour because you know I haven't done that yet. So I definitely want to do that and experience. And so that's one of why I said Big X to plug because he's somebody I listen to right now, and I don't think he has dancers. So I try to look at that too when I'm looking at people like, do they already have dancers? Okay, no. So okay, so that's something a space that could be filled. Maybe I
Yeah.
can start, you know, posting some choreography for him. So they'll be like, oh, you need some dancers, you know?
Yes.
So, and sorry, I'm like driving, getting out the car, so that's why I got my camera off.
That's okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Definitely find them ones that don't be having dancers and you know they need dancers and
Mhm.
start there. That's a great little backdoor entrance to even networking or building some type of relationship, connecting with somebody, and also for you doing the creative aspect of it. I think that's great. Uh,
Mhm.
Go ahead, India.
Um, so I actually had this question a while back, but when she just when Keontae was talking about like working on her arms and stuff like that to do tricks, it just reminded me of the question that I had. So me personally, I know like a few weeks ago you asked us like what tricks we have, you know, up our sleeves for like auditions, bringing that out first. But what happens if you can't do flips and stuff like that? Like what other category of tricks can you have that still look cool that's doable
Mhm.
for somebody like me? I mean, I can still go on YouTube and like, but like, man, I need to know like what's the leverage here? Like what else can also be done that looks great, you know?
I think that's when you have to find the other skill that you're good, like you say, you tap. So then
Okay.
you would need to showcase that in a way that makes it make sense for wherever you are, whatever the audition was. Now, because she over here flipping, I gotta do something that's gonna like wow. So if I'm over here like tapping and shit, and it's like, oh wait, what's she doing? Because it's a hip hop audition or whatever type of audition it is. But now I'm bringing something another element to this part of the audition because I can't flip. Like I wasn't a flipper either. I didn't do all the jumps to the splits. I wasn't that girl. I wasn't a backflip girl.
I can
So
do that, but that's about it. Like I can jump
but
into a split. I can jump
I
into a
mean,
split, but then you ain't gonna see nothing.
I don't recommend that be the thing either. You can,
Yeah.
you know, at
Okay.
this point,
Everyone
it's
does
been
that.
done so much. It's like, another
Yeah.
split.
Okay.
So I would focus on what I'm really good at. If you can tap, that's great. Everybody in the room can tap. And I'm
Okay.
saying like with what you are doing. I'm not saying bring tap shoes out, but I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going in and I'm mixing it. You know, that should be you work on that with your freestyle. Like your freestyle needs to
Okay.
incorporate that in there, so that way you can always go to it. Like I used to always throw in stepping in my freestyle or anything that was like high energy. So if you are a high energy dancer,
I
then you
am.
need to put that in your freestyle just to make up for if somebody's over here flipping, or if you're a technical dancer, that's when you pull out all the turns and fortes and, if you can split leap or, you can grab your leg, it just needs to, you got to just find something that, like, okay, I'm not flexible. I'm not this, I'm not that. Okay, well, what are you? What can you do? And then really like hone in on that and really sharpen that skill. So you be the best damn tapper in the room, and everybody's gonna remember you for tap dancing. So the first time something come up with tapping, who was the girl that was tapping at that audition? Pull up her Instagram or her page or her whatever, and then what I'm saying, that's another way to get connected through the back door. Because had you never tapped, they wouldn't remember. But
Mhm.
because you tap dance and you was the only one that tapped in your freestyle, I'm gonna remember that. So whatever your thing is for all of you, like just hone in on that. Like if you know you wanna, I mean, I couldn't flip. I was flexible enough to do like I could do if I had to do like a back walkover or front walkover. And I actually have had to do that in a show. Like I found a video, I'm gonna send it to y'all because I didn't even recognize me. I was like, I don't even remember doing that. That lets you know how fearless, I was to be like, yeah, I can do a front. It was a front walkover, but not a walkover. It was like a front flip over. Like, and in my mind, when I look at it now, at my age, I'm like, I can't believe that I did that. Like, what? That looks crazy. That looks crazy to me right now. But back then, oh yeah, I was up in that room. What you need me to do? Okay, we flipping live on MTV VMAs. Okay, I'm gonna find a video. I'm gonna show it. I don't think I have it in the program. I'm gonna show you the video. You're gonna be like, there's no way you did that. Yes, I did. Yo, yes, I did. I swear they sent me. I had to watch it like over and over again because I was like, "That's not me. There's no way. That's no way that I did that." And it's like, yeah, that's you definitely had to do that part with me. So find it, lock in, whatever it is, it just get better at it. That's all. Just get better. Yeah. That was good. So okay, so cool. Well, everybody is going on their tour. Tonight I just wanted to kind of talk through some of the things that honestly is never really shared when you go on tour until you're on it. And like my fear for dancers always is to get an opportunity like a tour and you really don't understand the culture of tour or like the lifestyle of being on tour is not the same of like every day or it's not the same. Okay, it's like you get out of the dance community world when you go on tour. You're no longer in the dance community. So the dance community is a thing, but then when you go on tour on work, like to work, you're in another person's world, like the artist's world, the production side, but we're on the road, right? So I think sometimes dancers are still in the community of dance world, and then they think that all the stuff that we was doing and conditioned to do whatever, it continues on when you book the tour, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, I would just do what I was doing when I was dancing, it's like no, it changes. Is it again? You at work, so how you was when you was going to the music video shoot and the live show, the TV show, the movie, the commercial, it's the same. You going to work. I don't care that you about to be gone for 2 months, 3 months, and you're not home. You are literally at work but gone. So the same concept of I have work, I'm going to work, it's the same with tour. Even when your days off, you know what I'm saying, show days, travel days, downtime between, it's like it's never like you're just doing whatever you want to do type of thing. You always in the mindset like regardless of I'm chilling, I'm still at work. Even though we're on the beach or you're at your hotel or you sleep on your bunk, my mindset has always been I'm getting paid to do this, so I'm at work. Okay. So if you can always just have that in the back of your mind, it just helps keeps things into perspective because we tend to like forget that part once, you're gone and it's like, oh, it's tour life. Tour life is great. Like I said, I think that's one of my top goals for dancers is to go on tour, experience that, being able to travel and, see the world and do what you love doing, get paid to do it. Yes, that is a blessing. So we should be really seeking that you deserve to experience going on a tour. If any dancer that is trying to pursue this as a profession, you deserve to know what that experience is like. So do your best to make that a thing for you at some point, so that you can get that wealth of information and experience being on stage and all that. So when you do go on tour, like I said the other night, it's not so glitz and glam and, the fabulous life and yachts and boats and, you know, planes and jets and like it ain't that. It's really most of the time you're gonna be on a tour bus that has about 12 bunks. So you might be sharing that with other people that may not be dancers. It may be only 4 dancers and everybody else on the bus is background vocalists. Sometimes there are men on, if you have male dancers, yeah, we're all on the same bus. They're not about to, they can't afford to have a girl bus and a boy bus, unless, you make it to some of them. Even then, even the ones that got the money ain't even doing that. I'm telling y'all, they like, nah, budget is tight. So the budget is always a thing that we also forget because it's not just dancers. So I want y'all to always keep in mind it's dancers, yes, but then you got musicians, you got band, you got background vocalists, you got production, you got the hair, you got makeup, like wardrobe, we got the lighting guy, we got the sound guy, we got, somebody that's gonna do load in and load out, the person like all these people are a part of production and they all at work, they all getting paid, and they all got a job to do, just like us. They are more focused because sometimes their job is a little bit more critical when you talk about loading in stuff and the trucks and they building the stage and it's a lot lights and LED screens and all that. So their jobs is like it's like for real. And because we have fun and we love dancing, it feels like fun. It doesn't feel like work. So and it shouldn't feel like work, but we just got to remember we are at work. When you're on tour, hey, you're gonna be with people that you don't know. If you book a job with 8 other dancers and some of them you probably just met, on the gig or at the audition, and yeah, now we're about to be on tour together for the next 2 to 3 months. So we are essentially becoming what we call tour family. So it's important that we bring a certain energy to those spaces. What I might do at my house, I may not be doing on the road just because I'm gone on tour. So if I know I'm somebody that's like, oh, I'm always losing my stuff, or I'm always, like I leave shit everywhere, or, I'm careless, or I'm whatever my, downfalls might be, I gotta really be on it and really more tuned in when I get on tour because it's a lot happening at the same time. It's a lot of moving parts. It's like a machine that literally picks up every city and goes to the next and what I'm saying, sets up, do show, pack up, go to the next. So it's a constant motion of a lot of synchronized things that have to happen in order for this ship to run the way it needs to. So it's our job to do our part, So if it means that I got to make sure I'm not late, I'm always on time or early. How about that? Early. I'm always responding to emails, making sure that I'm abreast of everything that's going on. Any changes that are happening last minute, I know what's going on. I'm fully aware of all of where my clothes are supposed to be. I'm making sure that I'm keeping up with my stuff. I'm responsible for making sure, okay, at the end of every show, if I have to have my clothes like put in this certain area for wardrobe to pick up or what, I'm just like, I'm making sure I'm taking care of my things because just because somebody's washing my stuff or doing this and doing that, it doesn't mean that we just do whatever. And it's like, well, that's y'all job. No, your job is to make sure you take care of your shit, period, all the time because nobody else will. People will see that you're supposed to have done something or left something and not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure you are obviously always bringing great energy to those types of jobs because it's a tour and you're going to be gone for however long. Everybody is not going to be your best friend when you on those type of jobs. It's just not realistic. But also, you will have people that you are really close with and you form bonds with. I like some of the people that I've toured with when I first tour are still some of my best friends today. Okay, that was 25 years ago. And I'm still close with these people because I built great relationships with them. Of course, we bonded working with certain artists and being on the road and having those life experiences, going to different countries and all of that. Like these are lifelong memories that you are creating through dance, but through certain artists and through certain projects. So you want to have the best experience that you can. Now, every job, like I said, is not going to be the best. You might have a tour that is like, okay, what's happening? Where are these shows? Or, like, oh, okay, it's not an arena tour. Maybe it's a really club show type of tour. So you'll have different types of tours, which is fine. You want to get all the experiences. But when you do get to the level of, okay, yeah, we're doing arena tours, even overseas, they have like smaller tours, but they're overseas, doing the same thing. You just want to be able to be on it as often as possible, as much as possible, and handling your business, doing your job to the best of your ability, making sure that you are how you got hired continues that way from beginning to end. So if I got hired based on me being a certain type of dancer, I got to make sure that I carry that throughout the tour. I don't want to start one way and by the end they looking like, well, why did I hire you? How did you even book this job? It should never be that. It should be, wow, you look even better from when you started. When you are booked on a tour immediately and y'all are getting out of rehearsals and the tour is about to start, just be mindful you'll probably have sound checks. So you want to make sure you know all of your staging, all of your transitions. If you are dancing in heels, I suggest you do that immediately, when you get to sound checks, because you want to make sure ain't nothing slippery on the floor, or you want to make sure, these steps are good, or this railing is tight, or, like this conveyor belt, is it working, or are we going the right way? Is this water going to be the right temperature? All of the whatever, the fire, the pyro, the strobe, the fog, all of that, the harness, the toaster, the silks, the trapeze, whatever you doing, the stilts, like all of it, whatever you got to do, just make sure you are comfortable because you got to do it every night, however, for the shows. Make sure that you are comfortable and you are confident and competent in whatever you got to do for your particular, if it's a different style of dance or if it's a different skill set or whatever, you'll probably have that at some point for your tours. When now they do like, you get per diem, of course, and your weekly rate. So I always stress this because I made this mistake. When you first get a tour and you start making money, save your money. That's literally it. Save your money. You want to stack your weekly checks as often, like as much of the check that you get, you want to hold on to that money, because if you get per diem, you can use that per diem as your petty cash or spending money and not for food. Don't buy food. You can get food at the venue for free. And then if you want to do a to-go box after the show, do that. And sometimes they order the food after the show anyway. So you'll have food that they order after the show. And then there's food on the bus. So, if you go grocery shopping before the tour starts or in between cities, just be a smart fiscal dancer, because I didn't understand, like, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to last forever. And it ain't. It ain't. The tour will be over so fast, and you would have spent money on the tour just because you was going to the mall in every city, spending money that you didn't have to spend. Oh, you just have to have this same jacket that was in your home city. You got to go get the jacket because it's in Florida or because it's in Seattle. It's like, it's the same jacket, the same shoes, all of this stuff that you end up spending money on, I'm just saving you the time because you're going to be like, I should not have done it. I should not have bought it. I suggest you buy things that are sentimental, that are like, I like right now, I have a shot glass of every city and country I've ever been to. That's sentimental to me, and I still have it. 25 years, I've had these same things. Some of that stuff I bought, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where them shoes, them boots, that purse, that jacket, that shirt, that don't know where it's at. Just have no clue. And I know that that's money that could have been saved or invested into something that was more productive, right? So yes, you want to invest in yourself, but just make sure that you're doing the right type of investing. Spending money just to spend it, don't do that. But that's because when you don't know, you're like, oh, I'm making, if you're making $2,500 a week, $2,600 a week on tour plus per diem, that's a lot of money that you like, oh, it's not gonna go spend it. No, don't. So if you are knowing, hey, if I put on my vision board, I want to get a car, I want to get a house, let me have something to show for it, then there's a goal that I have already set. I don't have to go spend my money. So don't get caught up in the room service. Don't get caught up in, oh, we're going downstairs to the bar and then we spending money. You spending money on drinks that you normally would not get, right? I'm just very methodical now when it comes to stuff like that. Hey, if I want to get a drink, let's go to the liquor store and get a bottle, and then saying that whatever the price I was gonna pay for this, I can do that and go get a bottle, and then we can have more to drink. Cool. If everybody's going out, that'd be the thing. Everybody want to go out. Okay, cool. Go out, but just be smart. Just be, you know what I'm saying, mindful. Just be aware, because somebody's watching you and waiting to go back and tell. Yeah, I saw such and such in the club, and I saw such and such this and that. And yeah, she waiting to go back and tell somebody close to the artist, so that now you don't even know though. You have no clue. You just thinking, oh, I'm just being me. Somebody watching you and clocking everything you're doing and going back to tell, because they don't want you there. Most of the people that's there are jealous of dancers because they feel like, oh, dancers always get the attention. Or they always with the artists. They always get to hang out with them. The artist loves dancers, so of course they want to have them at everything. Anything that the artist was doing, we was there. You know what I'm saying? We going to the to this. Okay, the dancers got to come too, because I don't want to be by my. So that's normal. But I'm just mindful, even with that. Like, I just know still not gonna get caught up. I'm not gonna get caught up. I always had the fear of getting fired. So I'll always have just like, okay, until I got to the point where I was like, I'm good. I built my relationship first before I just decided to be all in about and hanging out and drinking. It's like, no, I got to keep my job, because I forgot I was at work. See how quickly you forget you was at work, because now we hanging out, we going to the club, drinking, having a good time. Oh, yes. But then you wake up late and you miss your flight, or you miss the lobby call, or you miss the bus. Why? Oh, man, yeah, I was sick. I was towed up. I was drunk. I was high. And, they got back to the artist. They got back to management. They got back to production. And so now that's something that they already got on you. It's like, I don't want y'all to have nothing on me. I don't want to be ever late. I don't want to ever be the one drunk. I don't ever want to be the one sneaking around doing that. I just like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that one. I want to be the one, man, I'm so tired, y'all. I ain't going to be able to hang out tonight, y'all. Even if I'm not, I'm tired. Or I got to call my man. Yeah, he tripping. Like, even if I ain't got no man, it ain't their business. I gotta call my girl, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. Hey, I think I was supposed to, I'm giving y'all some kind of excuse. If I know, I don't want to do it. It's okay. I'm okay. I want to make sure I got this show right. I want to make sure this choreo I'm killing that. I need to go practice. You know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like I don't have to. I just want to, Galen Hooks, we toured together with Christina Milian. She was in law school while we was, you know what I'm saying? She's in the hotel room in law school, focused. And that, I mean, that there wasn't anything with that tour but the fact that it's like, yeah, no, y'all, we got other stuff to get done. My focus cannot be turn out party. Yeah, no, no, work. Because you wouldn't do that on the set for the TV show. You wouldn't do that on the set for the movie. We're not turning up drinking. And not to say that anything's wrong with that. I just want to put it in perspective because sometimes we lose sight and a lot of dancers get fired and they are gone. And they have literally the artist has already hit the choreographer to let them know they got to replace this dancer. So give them the video and let them start learning it at the crib because we about to swap them out because she can't wake up on time or she's always drunk or he don't understand when we have we got a flight to catch and he's missing it. So yeah, that's your liability. At that point, you got to go. And you gone, fired, done. And guess what? They're not hiring you again. Choreographer can't really refer you to nobody because they scared you might do the same shit on the next job. So it's like, it's not ever worth it to me. And as much fun as y'all, even on the gram, like you see that part, and some of that stuff has built up to that. I'll just say it wasn't like that when they got on the tour. It may not have been, oh, we hanging out, partying, turning up, drinking when they first started. I promise you, no. Everybody was on their shit because they don't want to get replaced, fired. They want to make sure that they're killing these shows. They look amazing. They're working out in between shows. They're not just doing a show and that's it, eating. No. They're taking care of their bodies. They're treating this like a job because that's what it is. It's a job. It's a lot on the body. It is taxing on the body. So the fact that you already mentally have to be prepared for that level of performance and endurance, all of the other stuff is just, it's like, it's added, I say it's added amenities to being on tour. And you just can't take that for granted. You can't assume that you can't be replaced if you booked it already. I always tell you, hey, you booked it, but hey, until it's over, then it's really booked. Because at any point, it can go left. And I've seen it happen over and over again. So just keep that in mind that no tour for sure is solid and locked in. The artist can up and decide. I've seen artists, a dancer booked it, they on the road doing shows, and for whatever reason, the artist is like, yeah, I can't do her. You be like, okay, like, what does that mean? And they're replacing you. And it's, you know what I'm saying? And it's not personal. It's not personal. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of people, whoever's around, your surroundings when it comes to the production side. Like I said, treat everybody. You don't know who is who. The person that's hanging around the artist or the best friend or whatever, watch out for them. Watch out for the stylist because they running back and telling everything. You might be having a conversation about something and, I don't think everybody should know your business. I'm just say that. Don't feel like you have to divulge, personal life to everybody. Because again, these are your co-workers, okay? Remember now, everybody be forgetting like, oh my God, why would you be telling these people you just met? No. No. I'm here for work. I love y'all, but I'm here to do a job. That's it. I may not ever see y'all again when this tour is over. May or may not, but it's okay. I'm coming to do my job. I'm gonna kill it, and I want to return. I want to have my return on my investment. I'm coming back. They rebook me and rehire me. So the next leg, I don't want to get replaced. I want to go on the next leg. So I'm always thinking about the next thing while I'm in this thing. Hey, I'm about to kill this because I want to be back for the next one. And then I want y'all to, say something. Hey, what's going on? Y'all got something coming up? I'm available. I want to be first in line, first person you think about. I don't want to be, okay, let me think about what happened on tour. Were they on time? Did they do their job? Because it ain't gonna be the dancing. It's gonna be all of the other stuff. They did good on the dancing, but I don't know. They always had an attitude. It was always drama. It was always they was in a funky mood. It was always they had something slick to say during the show. The energy on stage wasn't good. You know, her and her boyfriend was fighting, so it's just like what are you going to be giving outside of the dancing on the tour? That dictates whether you coming back. That will dictate whether they replacing you. People hire people that they like, that they get along with, that it ain't no drama. People don't want to be around people that complain all the time, that just have bad energy, that ain't on top of their shit, meaning they're always late, or they always drunk, or they always something. It's always something. They always losing this, or they forgot that, or they supposed to do this and didn't do it. It's like, so, these might be habits that, we have, and it will come out when you are gone on the road and people will see it. So you just want to be mindful of that. If you like for me, I feel like I used to lose stuff all the time when I just went through a period in my life after college where I just would like lose stuff. And it would be like, how did I lose? I lost my purse, or I lost my wallet, or I lost, and it just became annoying. It's like, get it together, So even if I gotta check myself on whatever, you can't lose these laminates or these land. You can't lose that. You can't just be doing whatever. It's like, no, this ain't that. Being on it. If you feel like, oh, hey y'all, we gotta hurry up. Okay, it's like, I mean, dang, we ain't gonna have no time to like. No, we don't have time. We gotta gotta go. It's like that is the energy that you have to be in. It's not dance community life. It ain't how we be in class. It ain't that. You at work. These people are paying you a lot of money to be there. So you got to respond to the emails and the text, or if they have group chats, you got to be mindful, like, where am I going? Know where you're going, what the routing is, know your city. Like, you should know where you about to go. You're going to be gone for 2 months. Where are you going to be? What cities am I hitting? Be aware of like everything. Definitely aware of your surroundings. Don't feel the need to just go off and do your own thing by yourself without telling nobody. Especially now, this ain't the time to be doing that. But the tour is a great experience, but you definitely have to do your part to make sure that it's great for yourself and for everybody. And then just on the dance side, I'm always critical for dancers to make sure, like I said, how you start is how you finish. You don't want to look one way and end another. But make sure you try to watch film of yourself, like how football players watch tape of, their practice or the game. They watch the game, of course. And then they're taking notes. So they're like, oh yeah, you know on that play, yeah. Da, 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 da. So for you as a dancer, I don't want you just assuming that you just killing every show and you ain't seen nothing. You need to watch some type of playback. So I always filmed out shows, but somebody normally has video. So make that like that's how you got to, it's like a job. So you got to treat it like, yeah, I want to be great. So I need to look at the footage, what I look like. Oh shit, I'm a little early on that part. I thought the count was this. Oh, I see everybody's doing that. Okay, cool. Let me make that adjustment. Or, oh, I'm not low enough. Everybody low on that part. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to always be aware of everything about the show, and then also make sure that you are trying to be the greatest that you can be in this realm. People pay attention to that, and also people will speak highly of you when speaking about you to somebody else that's asking about you. Like, oh yeah, how was I on tour? Oh my God, no, she was amazing. Like, on it, she's on time, you ain't gotta worry about her, she's gonna pull up. Like you want that because they already know the dancing is there. It's just the other stuff that you want people to attach your name with. And even if it's a thing that doesn't happen, the fact that that's what they're saying, that helps. You don't want them saying, yeah, she's good, but I don't know. I'll be a little leery. I don't know if she gonna. You don't want that because I be hearing it. They say it. I don't know. You don't want to. I don't. I mean, I don't want that. I want the. Oh yeah, no, you need her. She fired and she gonna get the job done. She be on time. Whatever. So those are like things that I always feel like dancers don't get the side of when it comes to just the tour part. Like they like, oh, I booked a tour, and so now we are just really concentrating on the dance aspect, but the actual tour itself, the machine that is operating that part, you need to really understand, and how in order to make this work, you got to play your role and your part. Yes, be a great dancer, but outside of dance, making sure that you own it, making sure that you are a team player. It's not always about you. If that makes sense. Like making sure that the artist is good when you're performing on stage. So many shows, I would remember the artist would be like, come help me because my thing is stuck. And, you got to get out of choreography. You got to make sure you're paying attention to all aspects of the show, not just the steps that you do. Night after night, it's going to be things that are going to happen. The artist is going to fall at some point. The shoelace going to come undone, or the shoe going to come off, or the table going to be crickety, or the steps it's going to be something. Something is going to happen. Just no getting around it. I'm just trying. I don't know of a show ever, nothing never happening. No, a tour, never, nothing. No, don't exist. So it's just your job to be aware of that. I'm not saying something's gonna happen every night, but things happen. Sound goes out, or the lighting is weird, or hey, they a whole section got skipped, or oh, they cut the show. Chaz was saying the Neo show, the first night or on the first and second night, like they had to keep changing the time. It was like 53 minutes, then it go down to 35, then they go back to 40. So they like, what we doing? What we doing? We about to go on, but we don't even know what songs we might be doing. So just being ready, like, hey, this song is not happening tonight. Hey, we skipping straight from this to this. Okay, so that means my quick change is happening faster than it normally does. Okay, so I need to make sure my clothes is there. Like it's such a science. You have no time to be thinking about the. Okay, so that means I gotta change sooner right after this number. Da, 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 da. Okay, so normally my clothes is preset over here, so I need to go preset it over there. Like you got to be so on it for yourself and thinking for yourself. Don't assume somebody else know what you're supposed to be doing or wearing. The quick change, making sure, hey, can you help me on the quick change tonight? Because, it's been a little quick and I don't know if I'm barely making it. So I think if you can help me, da, da, da. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like having these conversations and solution oriented, as soon as possible. The choreographer is gone after like the first few shows. They don't go on tour. They do the first 2, 3, and then peace out. They back at their crib. And then it's on y'all. You might have a dance captain, someone that is kind of like the leader on the road, but that's it. It's on y'all after that. So you got to make those adjustments. Don't change choreography. Don't do that without permission. But if choreo has been set and like, oh, I'm not making it on time, so I gotta do something to come out earlier. Okay, cool. Make those type of adjustments, but don't ever change choreography that has been set from a choreographer. And if there's ever a time where like the artist is needing help or whatever, just make sure that the proper people are informed. Don't make it your job to feel like, oh, I got to go work with the artist now because they asked, let's make sure we have proper protocol. Hey, just tapping in, the artist asked if I could help them with this part or go over this, whatever, whatever. Is that cool? whatever. Like we're doing that. We are respecting the order of hierarchy when it comes to those type of positions. And of course, if you've been like assisting or working with them prior to that, then yes, that's great. Sometimes people overstep boundaries that were not necessary. So you want to just be mindful of that when you are on a tour. And above all, I just tell dancers to just be magical on stage and memorable. You know, what can you bring to an artist tour, show, performance, their records that is going to make people feel a way and remember you, especially when, yes, there's choreo that's been given, but sometimes it's not choreo. Sometimes it is, you acting or you freestyling. What are you going to do that's going to make this show lit or this show better or this song better or this artist look better? What are you doing? How are you bringing that to a tour show? Because the music video you can get away with because, what I'm saying, they can edit. The live show, it ain't but one song and it's over after that song. But when you go on tour, that's like a lengthy time for you to actually like have like a whole art of performance that you can grow as a dancer. So this record, my intention is this song, my intention is that, this song is this. Like you can really create your own vibes and feels for performing and approaching it that way every night, because every night should not look the same. And every song definitely should not look the same. That's why you have to be diverse. You have to have more than just hip hop in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to know how to really move your body and be free. You might have different choreographers that have come to choreograph this tour. So, being able to do that. And if you are not in a number, that does not mean you should not know the choreo. That's just dance 101, I think. But you'd be surprised. A lot of dancers don't be like, oh, she ain't in that number. So let me go over here, get on my phone, sit on the couch. Like, if you was in rehearsals and they said you're not in this number and you didn't learn it, that's crazy. It's always a test. The choreographer is just trying to see who really trying to dance. Because why wouldn't you want to be in the number? I want to be in every song if I can help it. That's my approach. I want to dance on every number if I can. If I physically could do it, I want to do it, right? You're not gonna dance on every number, and every number is not gonna have all of the dancers. But I want to be in every number that has dancers. That's how I'm thinking. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to do that song. No, I want to dance. I'm here. I want to dance. So if I wasn't picked for a song, I'm still learning it. I'm in the corner in the back. I'm on the side of the stage doing it while they're doing it. I'm like, because the choreographer, the creative director is watching. They're like, wow, you actually took initiative to learn it and you didn't have to. I didn't tell you to. Unless they say don't learn it, which they will never do. They never gonna say that. Then you should know. You should know the choreo. Because if that dancer gets hurt, if for whatever reason something happens and they can't perform, you have to step in. It's either learn it now or learn it later, but you're gonna have to learn it because they're gonna be like, yeah, such as I can't go in tonight, so you're gonna have to go in. And you're gonna learn it then? No, that's too late. That's too late. So learn everything. Even if you got not in the number, learn it. That's just a great practice to have, period. Learn it. Be an understudy. If a dancer that night is not feeling good and they ain't gonna be able to make it on stage for whatever reason, you can always slide in. You can always do it. That's amazing. That has happened for sure a lot of times with dancers on tour. But you want to do that. And so making sure that you just stay on it, be aware, pay attention to everything, get to know everybody, be kind and nice to everybody because you just don't know who is who, and have fun. Have fun because there will be some nights where you are tired, exhausted, like just it's a lot. Tax my body, We've been on planes and trains and automobiles. I need a day off, whatever you're feeling, you feel that, but also have fun because it's going to end. It is going to come to an end. At some point, the last show is going to show up, and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's the last show. I can't believe we done this how many shows. Yeah, you did that many shows. It's over. It's over. And then you start thinking, oh my God, I want to go do it again. Or I wish we could, you start feeling that. So, and that's natural. So I want to make sure while all of this is happening, you still find fun there because this is a dream come true for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like, yes. The artist is like, oh my God, I'm out here. Y'all done bought my tickets. They are living their dream too. So we all out here living our dreams. And so we got to make sure we are present and having fun. Yes, this is work, but at the end of the day, I'm happy to be here. So there's no reason for me to be sad or, all of them type of emotions. I'm about to be lit, excited, happy, great energy. Every day won't be great. You won't feel great, but just try your best to give that type of energy out. You won't get along with everybody. Not that you're seeking to not get along with people, but some people just they are who they are. They are who they are, and that ain't got nothing to do with you. If they got stank attitude, you can't get it. You can't engage. You can't. It's like, okay, yeah, you always in a bad mood. Cool. I don't know. You might be with seasoned dancers and they've been on 50 tours. And so this one ain't no new nothing. This is a job for real, for real. This is a check for them at that point. So they might not be as enthusiastic as you are or excited because they've done this a million times already. And so, some stuff that they do, you don't necessarily feel the need to do. You're in a different space. So just be mindful of that. If people are giving energy that's weird, you gotta let it be what let it do what it do. You just don't engage. Don't subject yourself to people or situations that's going to bring harm to you. That ain't like what we doing. That's definitely not what's about to happen out here in the store. I ain't come out here to fight. I ain't come out here to like not be getting along with people. I didn't make it this far to just not enjoy this. So, I'm gonna, regardless of how I'm dealing with I'm not about to let that be a thing. So just be mindful of that. People that might be miserable are on the tour. And so, it is what it is. But your job is to just make sure you have fun, enjoy everybody's, energy that's positive for sure, and make people remember you. I think that's the biggest. I can't stress that enough. If I would hate for somebody to not remember me on their tour, it's like, huh? I want to make sure I'm making an impression on the stage and off the stage. Tour. Be careful of entourage and all that. Depending on who the artist is, be careful of all the entourage noise. But band members are great people to connect with, background vocalists, if you have stylists on tour with you. These are all people, the tour manager, of course, you want to definitely be really close with them because they go from tour to tour sometimes. And you just want to be always in a good reference point for them. Like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you were amazing. Thank you for just being on top of it. Like, you just want them saying that. And at the end of the tour, please get some type of like, not for everybody on tour, but people that matter when it comes to the job. So I was always taking photos. So I would, I used to print some photos that I would have taken on tour, and I made like small photo albums, and I just gave it to the people that I felt, I would want them to remember me from. So of course it would be like the dancers, but then like the choreographer or the artist or, the tour manager, people that really you connect with. You'll be surprised. People that do the towels, like, oh my God, like we cool, that they matter. believe me, they matter. All these people end up going to like bigger jobs and bigger opportunities, and they end up doing things that you're like, oh my God, you do this now. You used to, yes, that's how it works. That's how it works. So having, even if it's a card, something, a gift, small gift card, $10 gift cards, whatever, something that's minimal, but it's also just a token of your gratitude or just being appreciative of experiencing the tour. And if somebody made an impression on you while on the tour, just letting them know. So yeah, that's kind of like my little tour. If I had to, write a little whatever about what you need to know about the tour besides dancing, it would be all that stuff. Because I don't want you to learn on the tour what you shouldn't have done. Like, oh, I should not have done that, or and some of the stuff that you're gonna have to experience on your own anyway. I just want you to at least be a little bit more radar antennas up because it's gonna happen fast, and it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a whole lot of moving parts. And so you just gonna be like, oh, okay, you don't want to miss stuff. You don't want to be like, ooh, okay, you're gonna start catching it now. You're gonna be like, oh, caught that. Okay, caught it. Okay, caught it. And so now your focus isn't that versus like me just being better at dancing and performing. I don't have to wait, what's going on? Was I not supposed to do that? Oh, okay. Now you're stressed about that and you can't perform good because you worried about somebody gonna be talking about you. We got to make sure the focus is right. You can always tell. I can always tell. And I don't want you to go through 2 tours before you realize, like, oh, okay, this next tour, I'm not gonna do this. Oh, this tour, I'm gonna make sure I save my money. Like, oh my God. It's funny. Every dancer does it. I mean, like, a dancer did it. It wasn't a tour. It was a show that they were making a lot of money for the week, and they like just spent it all. So then when they booked the tour, they was like, okay, yeah, I'll make sure I save my money this time. I can't, so it's like, I don't even want you to experience the regret of spending the money versus I just know now I gotta be smart. Because what if the tour got canceled? That has happened to me. That has happened to me 3 times. 3 times. 3 major artists, platinum selling top artists. One, we actually was rehearsing. We were in New York rehearsing. I'll just tell them who they are. Rehearsing for Mariah Carey's tour. Just did Good Morning America, and like she was doing a bunch of whatever promo, and she's going on tour, and they was like, yeah, y'all going on tour. We have been rehearsing. I mean, I'm talking about in the studio, built out the stage, the whole thing, up on the risers, getting it. She said, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. We were in the middle. I remember it vividly, like it was yesterday. That's how bad of trauma it was. I'm like, it was like, yeah, she canceled. Like, she canceled? What you mean she canceled? We are in New York. What are you talking about? We rehearsing for a tour. Yeah, she canceled. She's not doing a tour. Devastated. Devastated. So, yeah, canceled, right? Okay, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna just, yeah, I'm heartbroken. I remember that night we went out, got drunk, whatever. It was like, just whatever, like, and then we gotta get back on the plane and go back and figure it out. Another job was with Neo. I was actually, me and Aisha Francis booked the tour to replace 2 dancers that were not going to be on the tour anymore. So they had 4. So we was replacing 2. And they were like, hey, dance audition in person, full out, booked it. Hey guys, here's the video from the tour. Good luck. go ahead and learn it. We rented out the studio. Y'all can go watch this. Amy's gonna come to one of them, but y'all gotta learn everything from the video. So hey, here's the phone. Good luck. Gotta go learn this choreo off the phone. Video. We're learning choreo from the video. Maybe about 4 or 5, not even, probably like 4 rehearsals. We learned the whole tour. A whole tour. Packed. Got schedules and everything. I mean, they like, yeah, you guys flying out. Bags are packed. Then get an email. So he's just gonna keep the dancers that he's got. He's not gonna replace. We're gonna bring you guys in on the next, which means we're not bringing y'all in. We're gonna bring y'all in. We're gonna just keep because they were already gone. They were already like on the road, and so we were coming in, which happens too. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? They be replacing folks. They gotta go. We bring the 2 people in and replace. See how they sent that video to us to learn the show. And if that would have worked out, we would have gone on a tour. They would have been out and we replaced and we were continuing. But they were like, but it was a budget thing, you know, in their minds, you know, all this stuff costs. You know, you got dancers, per diem, hotels, flights, like it costs a lot of money. And when the artist is trying to make money or save money, then they're going to cut the cost where they got to. So they're like, I mean, the show's good with the 2. I think we can make it without bringing you into it. So we done learned this whole tour show. Oh my God. Me and Aisha was like, huh? So devastated. Devastated. And then the final one, not final, but the other one was Christina's last tour. We have been rehearsing. I packed up my entire apartment because we were going to be gone. So I didn't have nowhere to live. I had my stuff in storage, packed up, we're about to hit the road. My stuff is in storage. So I don't have any. I probably was staying with a friend of mine because I knew we were going to be gone. Tours canceled. What? What do you mean? Canceled? Canceled. Tours canceled. So I think back then they used to say postpone, but I feel like that one they said canceled, but it doesn't matter. Postpone, cancel, reschedule, all of that means it ain't happening. So what does that mean for me? I don't have anywhere to live. All my stuff is packed up in storage. Yes, what we doing? What am I doing? And then your mind, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to, from the beginning, I said, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's it. That's all you can do. Because I don't want you to ever think that it's so sweet to where something like that can't ever happen to the biggest of the artists. I ain't talking about these weren't no new artists, barely just these are platinum selling, these are, what we was considered, dream artists. And it's budget, it's artists, hey, yeah, change their mind. Or if tickets aren't doing what they're supposed to do. That happens shit. J-Lo. I mean, it's not uncommon. And people actually have been rehearsing and preparing and mentally thinking they're gonna make this amount of money, they're gonna be gone for this amount of time. They've already and then a monkey wrench will be thrown at you and you have to decide, how am I moving forward after this? I can laugh about it now, but at the time I was like crushed. But I also just had to get the grit of understanding how this industry is. It's not personal, it's just business. And because we are so passionate about it, yet it feels personal. It feels like, damn, you don't give a damn about us. You really don't care that I just learned all these damn numbers from this video. But in their minds, they're like, well, I mean, we could save X amount of dollars now. Shoot. I mean, the tool still looks great. So, it's always that. It's always the money is always going to be somewhere up in there that plays a role, fortunately and unfortunately. But that's just honestly what it is. Now, on some occasions, you get the return. Sometimes those are that needed to happen because of the blessing that you end up getting, that is better, that is, for you, that was like, damn, I wouldn't have been able to do this if I was on that job type of situations. And so you always, I can say that now. Then I could not think about that. I was like, the end of the world. But now I'm like, it probably something that happened for sure that I was like, oh my God, like this is, a dream job for me. And I'm grateful I was able to do that, considering. So, I wish I could, lie and be like, yes, every tour, every job is never going to cancel on you. It's never going to be a disappointing moment. I think for me, I'm just trying to coach y'all in a mindset of thinking it's not the end of the world either. It ain't like it doesn't mean that you're not gonna dance for that artist or work with that choreographer because it didn't happen. I was coaching Divine. She moved out to LA. That she did the program and she just moved out to LA. She got signed with Block. And she was booked for the weekend. He was doing this big show and it got canceled because of the fires. And so, she's like, oh my God, like the show is canceled and I'm like, do you not remember what I said? What I said? I think y'all be forgetting. I be hearing someone say, I'm like, do you not remember? Do you not remember what I just said? I said, yeah, it was going to happen. At some point, something's going to get canceled. It was going to happen. It happened sooner than you thought. That's all. It's going to happen. You're going to get a job that's going to happen and then it's going to cancel. It's going to get postponed. It's going to get rescheduled. It is what it is, So, and I'm not saying don't feel upset, pissed, angry, sad, disappointed, reject, all that. I'm not saying don't feel that. I want you to feel all the feelings and all the emotions, but you're going to always go back to, but you said, just prepare for the worst. It's like, oh, how do you prepare for the worst until you've actually experienced it? I want you to feel what it feels like that was 3. And I can probably name some more for sure. I've done like videos that never came out and it was so good and they just never saw the light of day, so those type of, disappointments. Yeah, shit. Now, even for me, I did something real big. I'm like, is it not happening? Oh, no, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. And then now I just be like, oh, it is what it is. I can't even work my nerves up no more. I don't have it in me. So just try your best to channel that and just know that you aren't alone. And you're not the first person for this to happen to. You ain't the only person and only dancer that a tour got canceled or a show got posted. You're not. There's a bunch of other folks that have experienced it. They may not talk about it. Nobody's ever posting something got canceled. You ain't gonna never see that. All you're gonna see is I booked this, or I worked on that, or I did this, did that. They never gonna show y'all, I just learned all this choreo and I'm not doing the tour. You will never see that on the gram ever. So, but it happens. It's happening. It's happening to people. So don't feel like if it happens to you that you're the only one. You're not. So yeah, that's it for tours. Hopefully that kind of just, invigorates you to just kind of know what's out there and then also like go after it too. Don't let those type of things also discourage you or don't be like, oh, I know it's gonna cancel. Like, don't go in with that energy. I don't want y'all to ever feel like I know this ain't gonna work out. Don't go in with that energy versus I'm prepared for whatever. I'm ready to receive however this is gonna play out. Because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen regardless. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But just know some stuff has literally nothing to do with you. It's out of your control. It ain't personal. If it's anything with business and money, y'all are the last at the bottom of the totem pole. And so you will be the one to get cut before anything else happens. How many dancers we got? We don't need but 6. We can do 6. It's not even you personally. It's like, it's money. How much money is that can we save? Okay. Do we really need 8 or can we do 6? Right? And meaning, am I going to be in the 6? Right? Am I getting cut? And it's not a personal thing. It's just business, and that's the best way I can kind of, try to make it feel not as bad, but that's what it be most of the time. It's money. If they ain't got it to spend, it's better off that you don't do it. Cause then you're gonna be trying to win my money. I done did these shows or I done did this, I done started. Dancers have been on tour and they're waiting. They be like, the biggest artists, they be like, wait, how long we been out here? We ain't got no money yet. What? So now you worried about that. You like, I'm out here, but I ain't got my money, so that's scary too. I'm out here on the road and I haven't gotten paid yet, or, it's a hold up with that's stressful, so especially if you're depending on that to be actually working, like, I need the money. So, it's all of that. And I just be trying to throw it all at you just in case when you get in those situations, you aren't shocked if you've been working and they haven't paid yet, or they keep telling you it's coming or whatever. You just want to be aware that it really exists. And then you will get those jobs that is perfect. I'm talking about they on time with the money, they early actually, they giving you bonuses or they increase your rate, or they're like, oh my gosh, yes, we're gonna be flying first class for this international flight. You guys will have beds for your seats. Oh, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to have a private yacht party just for her dancers. And yes, you guys have a private section, um, free, all you can eat. Yes. So you'll experience the upside too. Just know that there's a downside, but your goal is to just affirm all of that positive energy, but positive experiences that make you be like, yes, this is why I wanted to do tours. I see, I'm feeling it. I love it. Yes, I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I want to be on the beach. I want to travel. I want to go to the Sahara. I want to, go on it. Yes, I want to do all of that on somebody else's dime and doing what I love, dancing. Perfect. Sign me up. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's tour life, guys. I pray that y'all experience it to the fullest as often as possible. However long you want to do it. There's no limit. I had this conversation with Tommy today. I'm like, I ran into a dancer that has been on tour. I feel like it's the Ozzy Brothers. I gotta double check. Years. I'm talking about years. She got kids and everything. She's like, yeah, girl, about to go back on the road. And she recognized me, and I was just like, that is amazing. She was grown ass woman, grown and dancing and hitting it. It's like, yeah, everybody hit the road again. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, we don't have to put no limits on it. However long you want to do it. Period. So that's it. But yay. So we will catch back in. So the next few sessions we're going to start talking about television and film. And so I would say the homework for Tuesday is to definitely look at, like, write down the shows that you watch or that you love or that you like or that you see yourself being on. And if you were on there outside of like dancing, just like the type of characters that you could see yourself playing on television. Like for me, I feel like I've always done, not ironically, because the roles would be some type of choreographer or some type of like, teacher or whatever. So, and that's because I was actually choreographing or teaching for that scene, and then I would end up being in it. So I'm playing kind of like myself. But if you were dancing, yes, but then also, what type of roles, based on the show that you've watched, what type of roles could you see yourself doing? And not necessarily, dancing either. It could be whatever, Some people like, yeah, I love horror film, and I'm like, oh, so whatever you think you could see yourself, what is that? What kind of shows are those? And then of course the networks or the studios, where do you see yourself being? So yeah, that's your homework for Tuesday. And yeah, that's it. You guys, have a great rest of your week. Happy Valentine's to everybody. Love Day. I know, right? I'm like, dang,
Hold
February.
on. Sorry, do you mind saying it one more time? You said which show and which network
Hmm. Yeah, like
and
network,
everything.
studio, um, network, and then like what type of shows and what type of character.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry. Let me go on these questions. Oh, any learn it on the side. If you're not in the number, just learn it on the side in the corner in the back. They're watching. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, y'all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
So
Bye.
good. Bye, Kiki. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.